Hi, welcome back or welcome to my channel. If you're new, my name is Laura, and today I need to take my mind off things that are going on in the real world. So I figured what better way to do that than to do my Pan Those Eyeshadows update number 3. And y'all, there is some big changes that are gonna happen. So I have my spreadsheets up here. I have my tallies on one side and then my where I'm gonna draw the shades on another portion. So if I look over this way, it's because I have my tallies up and I need to look at them. So I rolled out a ton of shades. I rolled out 4 out of my 6 shades, which is huge. So I'm going to start with the things that I rolled out first, and then work on down. I will show a swatch of what I was working with. So the first thing is the one that I got rid of. It was the Too Faced White Chocolate Chip Palette. I will have a picture over here. I hit pan in the shade that I was working on. I had a huge dip in it before bringing it in. It was like one of the shades in that little mini palette that I used the most. Really, really beautiful. It was like a pinky gold kind of duochrome shade. The palette smelled phenomenal. It was like very chocolatey. It was delicious. But I gave it to my bestie Delaney, and she is going to get so much more use out of that palette than I will. It definitely has more tones that are right up her alley, and I think it'll fit her skin tone a little bit better. It was a little bit too light for my complexion. So needless to say, I used that shade 5 times before I hit pan. Again, I had a huge dip in it before, and I really had to pack the color on to get the impact that I really wanted with it. Pretty excited. So that's the first shade that's rolling out. The next shade I am so proud of. It was like no end in sight. I hit pan finally on this 𝓢𝓱𝓪𝓭𝓸 in Caffeine Queen. I used this 8 more times this month, a total of 58 times before hitting pan. And then once I hit pan, I stopped tracking it. I used it maybe 2 or 3 times, but I did switch my focus completely to a different shade that's in this project. So I'm so beyond happy. This took forever. This was basically brand new. I had only used it like twice before rolling it into this project, and Luxie mattes are not playing around. The next shade, I don't think anyone's really surprised because I have been really trying to focus on my loose shadows, and this one was in for 2 months now. Now I focused on this and hit my 20 use mark so I can roll this out, which I'm really thankful I had this with another shade in this project because they paired really, really well together, and they were a nice simple eye look. So I really enjoyed this one. I used this 16 times this month, so I predominantly had my usage in for this month. So just really, really happy that I got that used up. I'm going to set it to you over here. So that's 3 shades. Crazy. And then the last shade that I hit, yes, I hit a 4th. It's the Behemoth. And you can see, I thought I hit pan in this today when I was doing my eyeshadow. So in that orange shade there, 518, I'm so happy. I really didn't think I was going to hit pan before this update, even though I knew I was so close. You could see the crater digging in there. And I was like, I really need to hit pan in this because I really want to roll this out. It's been in here since the beginning of the project. And I used this one a total of 20 times this month for a total of 27 times. I am thinking of depotting this. I ordered a magnetic palette from Adept on Amazon. So this one is going to get depotted and set into another palette, so when I pull shades I can just pick the individual, because this thing is freaking huge. This thing is so giant. I wish I had something here. This is just, I feel like people know the size of the ABH shadows. That sucker is giant. Really, really happy I got this one hit. Hitting pan in all those shades, I don't know what it was last time. I'm sorry. I know I forgot to I forgot to take pictures from my previous update to this update, so I will take them for this update for next time. And I don't think I told you guys my pan percentage. I don't know why. My pan percentage now is 7.56. My goal by the end of the year is to get to 20%. I hit pan in 34 shades according to my list. It could be slightly off. I'm not 100% sure. But I have some changes in the next products that I have. So I had the shade from my 35M Boss Mood palette, and I depotted that last night. I had some really terrible news. So I went ahead and just was like, I need to take my mind off things. I'm going to play around with my makeup for a little bit. So I depotted my 35M palette. So this did shatter, but hopefully you guys can see that I did actually have a dip in it. Like right in the middle is where I've been focusing my brush, and I did have a dip in it before. So I will continue to focus my brush where I have been using it. So ideally there's not too much product that got chipped away there. There is some, but I wear it every day that I've been wearing like this kind of look, which is like my go-to like work look. I've been wearing this every day in the outer corners and then on the lower lash line. So I've really been enjoying this. I don't think it picks up, I mean, I feel like it looks purple in my monitor right now, but I feel like it looks fairly neutral to kind of complement with other shades too. So I'm really happy about this. So this one is going to be staying. I've only used this, I've used this 13 times. So really happy on this one. I will continue to just plug away with it. And then the other shade that I haven't touched, I think I used it twice. I used this twice, is Velvet Mauve from bareMinerals. It's just a matte loose shadow. I was focusing very much on those orange tones. So now I have these like purpley mauvey tones, which will pair beautifully together. So hopefully I can pull like a light shimmer. That means we get to pull 4 shades. I have 466 eyeshadows. I did have some casualties in my depotting, so I haven't taken them off the roulette list yet, but if I pick any of those, I will reroll. I set my Pretty Random app to prevent rerolls also, so we shouldn't have any reroll, like duplicate rolls this time. Not that I think that we would, but just in case. Someone in the comment section of one of my last videos, I forget which video it was, but thank you very much. I had no idea that prevent rerolls was a thing. I think it was in my roulette pan collab update. So I have my Pretty Random app. I have a pen and a sticky note here, so I don't forget shades. So 400, 124, 373, and 382. No loose shadows this time. All of my loose shadows are like at the top of my list, so like maybe 1 through 60 is like my loose eyeshadows. So I'm actually kind of happy that it's no loose shadows except for the one that's already in here, because that will let me just kind of hunker down and focus on this shade here. So pretty happy about that. Let me take a look at my list and I will hopefully be right back. Guys, I'm excited that I have no large palettes this time, but I'm not going to show you the names because I don't know. I have the numbers written down, so I'm going to go from what I rolled first and work my way down. The first shade I pulled comes from my Kaleidos Futurism 3 Astro Pink palette, and I don't know what shade it is, but wow. So I pulled the shade Nebula, which is, I don't know if you'll be able to read it. It's the third one in that sheet. Good thing I have dark hair. That's where that went. So it's the third one. That guy there. Purple. Yay. I don't know if you guys know, I have a weird relationship with purple eyeshadows. I don't necessarily like them on myself. I think that they make me look very bruised, like a banana. I feel like I have very olivey undertones, so I feel like it makes me look just like a bruised banana or like a bruised peach. The next one comes from my 35M Boss Mood palette, and it's the shade Sweet Beets. So I will, I knew exactly what shades I, were what, because when I was depotting it, I don't know if I have a screenshot. Oh yeah, thank you, Discord. So when I was depotting them, I had them, oh gosh, I don't know if you'll be able to see. I had them on the sheet, prying them out. So I know for sure that this is Sweet Beets, but another pinky purpley shade. The next shade I'm very, very excited for, and I'm very excited about this. I got Colourpop Snake Eyes, which I think will pair really, really beautifully with all those purple tones that I have now. Hopefully I can get a lot of use out of these plummy tones for April when it's April showers. So hopefully it's like gloomy, and I'm going to kind of channel my inner like gloominess. So we will see how much use I can get out of that. And then I pulled a palette that I've used this shade one time. I've used this palette I think once. I got this for my birthday. My fiance got me two like mini or smaller Natasha Denona palettes, and then the Kaleidos like set. Very, very lucky. I pulled Dune over here, which should be like an easy everyday shade. Let me swatch these out for you guys, and I will show you the shadows we are working with. Okay, back. Why did I select 6 shades again? But do you see what I mean? Like, that is the shade from that I had last time that I'm wearing, and it pulls definitely more like brownie neutral. But so we have bareMinerals Velvet Mauve, I never know, Power Slayer, the 35M Morphe shade, Nebula from Kaleidos Futurism 3, Sweet Beets, again, Morphe 35M Boss Mood, Snake Eyes, and then Natasha Denona Camel palette, that shade Dune over there. So I'm kind of nervous, kind of excited. I think the shade that makes me the most nervous out of this bunch is Sweet Beets, just because I don't think that it goes with the rest. I'll get some great use out of this. I know for sure I should be able to get rid of this shade by next time. It's a 20 user, so I don't think that that should be an issue, but everything else might be here for a couple months. I know I've been really good about hitting pan and rolling at least one shade out every time, but I think I have my work cut out with me for this. I have also been thinking, should I do a usage goal? If I've used it 60 times and there's no pan, I'm allowed to roll it out. Kind of benchmarking with my 𝓢𝓱𝓪𝓭𝓸 that I used previously. So let me know your thoughts down below. Let me know if you're doing this project as well, and I will look forward to seeing you in the next video. All right, bye.